Good afternoon, world. It is 4:21 p.m. In the afternoon comes the evening. I just woke up. I rested. Right? I had a tough time sleeping today, so I just rested for like 10 hours, and I was like partially asleep, partially awake, and uh, and I just woke up now. Hope you guys enjoyed my videos. I made a few videos yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed those videos I made yesterday. That was the same video. That was an entertaining video. Your Jackson's cheapness was that, and Mel Gibson's cheapness. When you and Peter have an altercation, yeah, high chance I will have an altercation with Peter and even VJ, even Mel too, because they're gonna push for a lower salary. Peter will tell me, Ivan, these actors are not worth this contract. He's gonna tell me, Ivan, he's what Peter will do is he will tell me, Ivan, their base salary they're not worth this, obviously. Or he says, okay, fine, pay them a rich salary, but don't give them the royalties. Give that money to me because he's greedy. He wants like a six. He wants a 700, $800 deal because he's greedy. Even a $600 is not enough for him. He wants more. He's greedy, obviously. He wants a very chunk of the pie. I'm like, Peter, man, $580 is enough. I'm not going any higher than that for you. And I could sign Mel to two. I could give Mel a bit more. I can give Mel a bit like one. I can give Mel um 25 million in royalties for the merch, a bit more. That way he signs like a $250 million deal. So about a portion of Peter's deal, right? You give him more money for the merch to keep Mel and Peter happy. Considering you and VJ are gonna make, I don't know, $20 billion off your movie, it doesn't hurt to give them a bit more money. Those are big directors, honestly. That's it, man. I'm not going hard on that, man. Peter, I was nice enough to go from 500 million to 80 million to 580. That's enough. I'm not going hard on that for you or Mel. That's enough, Mel. I'm not giving you a 700 million. You're fucking crazy. You sign at 600, $580 million is like 605 million, 610 million in New Zealand money. You're gonna make like 325, $330 million over taxes in your agent, Peter. This is double what you made for the that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? It's a deal, Ivan. That's a good deal for Peter because his agent knows he's gonna make like $36 million off Peter. His agent knows that. That's why that's a good deal for us, Ivan. Peter doesn't even make this in Hollywood. Yeah, this is like more than double what he made for Lord of the Rings 30 years ago on The Hobbit. Yeah, I gave him a good deal. Mel's not making as much as did for Passion of Christ, but Passion of Christ was his movie, it was his baby. So yeah, it's understandable why he made a lot of money for that movie. But Zayas is his baby, but like Mel Gibson, I'm not giving him any more than $250 million deal. It's good enough for Mel Gibson, obviously. It's a good enough deal for Mel Gibson, I'm sorry. Yeah, because before I fly in the stars, we're gonna go over their IMDb's to see how much they're worth, obviously. So there's two reasons why we go over. We have the IMDb meeting. That we know what status the actor is. I know what status all the Zaynus actors are, so we don't need to go over the IMDb to know what status they are as an actor. But we need to go over the IMDb to determine how much they're worth, obviously. So yeah. So when I don't know, the actors will be flown in around 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon around there. I'll meet up with Peter an hour before they fly in, and we're gonna discuss. I'm gonna discuss we'll go over the IMDb's. We're gonna discuss their contracts. You're gonna see this in the documentary. Me, VJ, Peter, and the accountant legal advisor. We all discuss their contracts. The training nutritionists are more than welcome to help me out too. We all discussed their contract. Okay, let's look at Yvonne Noda's IMDb. He did Victorious. He did all independent movies. Yeah, he did Resident Evil, the Resident Evil movie. Obviously, that was a smaller blockbuster, but that movie flopped. So he's kind of like a rising. He's pretty much a B-list actor. He's kind of a hybrid rising star B-list actor guy. And then Peter's Ivan, how much do you think he's worth? I don't know. I think he's worth 3.54 rounds for movies. Ivan, really? He's like Ivan. Peter's like Ivan. He's not worth that, Ivan. He's worth like 500K for your movie, Ivan. And like Peter, you're cheap, man. Ivan, you're too generous, man. He's only worth like 500K for your movie. And 250K for the merge. You can sign him to like a $200,000 deal for the game. That's good enough. It's like a $850,000 deal. $900,000 deal is a lot of money, Ivan. You're fucking greedy. Ivan, that's a good paycheck, man. That's like 400,000 plus in his bank after taxes, Ivan. It's a lot of money, Ivan. Why don't you see 400K after taxes? A lot of money. It's a lot of money, Ivan. That's more money than what my Lord of the Rings actors made. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. Ivan, it's a good paycheck, man. He can get his nice car. Yeah, but he can't get like a $100,000 Ferrari. Ivan, he can get like a $50,000 Porsche. It's a nice car, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? He has an apartment. He can rent out his apartment for a couple of years. He can go on a vacation for 1 week. You know what I'm saying, Ivan? Take his girlfriend on his vacation. Ivan, he can get some nice clothes. Yeah, but he can easily blow Ivan. He can last him for at least 3-4 years, Ivan. It's a good paycheck. He'll get Rosenhall. It'll be fine, Ivan. He'll not be able to bargain for his million, $1.5 million, $2 million, even $3 million Hollywood now, Ivan. He'll be world famous. It'll be fine. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. He gets paid for what he's worth, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, Peter, you're greedy, man. Even Mel, too. Mel might be greedy, too, obviously. Like, Peter, pay him a super fine before. I'm like, reaches like Ivan, he has a point. He's not worth that money. Well, I'm like, okay, well, legal advisor, account, what do you think? Ivan, Peter's right. We're looking at his IMDb. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see the documentary. Yeah, he only did, like, Victorious. The only big name he has on his resume is Victorious. And after that, he's been doing independent movies. I mean, he's not worth a full $3.54 million contract. That's an idiot's contract, Ivan. Peter's right. I'm like, oh, man, if I pay, I'm like, guys, I put $10 million towards my, Ivan, just give that money to me. I'm like, Peter, you're fucking greedy. I'm not going to sign you to $700 million. You're fucking crazy, man. It's not happening, Sarah. The legal advisors and I'm like, Ivan, just give all that money to us, Ivan. I'm like, guys, I already paid you enough money. I'm not paying you more money. You're not getting any more than $11 million in royalties. You're not worth any more than that, man. Ivan, we're your team, yes. You're well taken care of. I'm paying you your rich yearly salary. And I'm giving you a rich $11 million in royalties. That's enough money. That's almost what? $7 million after taxes, $11 million. So you're going to be $7 million richer. And then, Peter, I'm already paying you enough money. I'm not paying you more money, Sarah. But I'm going to convince Peter to pay them a good salary, obviously. I'm gonna defend. Don't worry, Hollywood actors. I'm gonna defend you. Even though I know Peter Reed are gonna be cheap, and my switch over to legal advisors are gonna be cheap. I will do my very best to defend you and paying you a good contract. Peter's like, Ivan, you don't see $750K as a good contract, Ivan? I'm like, it's a good contract, Ivan. That's a lot of money, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, man, you're blinded by your greed. It's not great, man. Ivan, it's a good paycheck. He's not worth a $3.54 million contract, Ivan. This is madness. Look at his resume. He only did like Victorious and like independent movies. He's not an ace. He did like one Resident Evil movie. The movie flopped. He's not worth $3.54 million. He's ripping you off, Ivan. And you want to pay him $5.5 million royalties too? You're crazy, Ivan. At $1.5 million for the game? That's an $10.5 million deal. This is madness, Ivan. He's not worth that money, Ivan. And $250K for the merch. This is crazy. He's not worth this contract, Ivan. This is a contract for someone like Leonardo DiCaprio or like Johnny Depp. There, they make like $15-16 million contracts in Hollywood, Ivan. Not fucking guys like Yvonne Jojo, Ivan. They're not worth this contract, Ivan. Danielle Manette's worth like $400K for your movie, Ivan. $250K for the merch. That's $650. That's a lot of money, Ivan. And you pay her like $180K for the game. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. You can last her for a couple of years. You can pay her rent. You can pay her bills. Everything. It's fine. Ivan, these actors are going to get roles in Hollywood. They'll be fine. This is enough money to keep them going for a couple of years, Ivan. It's good money. It's a good paycheck. Peter, you're greedy, man. Ivan, you're too generous, man. They're not worth this contract, Ivan. Don't give them your royalties, Ivan. They're not worth it. The only reason why I'm going crazy about this movie is because of you and your wife, Minnie, not them. The bust and busts are Hollywood actors, they'll make a better. In the end, you'll get a better movie. They're important, obviously. They have some value, but at the end of the day, you can feature the main show, not them. I'm only excited for this movie because of you, Ivan. You and your wife, Ivan, not them. You know what I'm saying? These are your billions, Ivan. You shouldn't give them a piece of your royalties. They're not worth it, Ivan. Like, Peter, I'm giving them a small, tiny piece. Ivan, they're not worth it of your royalties, Ivan. And they know it. They know they're not worth your royalties. You give them a piece of your royalties, they're going to be shocked. Yeah, when I offer Yvonne Joy and all a piece of royalties, they're all going to be shocked. Holy shit, we're not even worth Ivan's royalties. Yeah, they know it. They know they're not worth me and VJ's royalties. VJ will be like, Ivan, they're not worth our royalties. We're the main show. You're the main show, Ivan. I'm saying, maybe you don't hate me, but we're the main show, Ivan. Yeah. We're the main show. Not them, Ivan. I'm saying? They're not worth our royalties. That's what I'm saying, yeah. After this video, I'm gonna take my shower, and then I'm gonna go to the store and cash in my cans. I have $10 left in my bank. And then the rest of my my like $500+ is frozen, obviously, till Thursday midnight. So I have $10 to spend for today, and I have cans, like $4 worth of cans. I should have enough to get myself a 25 pack of smoke. I have enough to get a 25 pack of smokes. And then tomorrow I gotta wait it out till midnight. So tomorrow I might perhaps make 2 videos back to back. Make a video around 3, 4. Then I can make another one at night around maybe 9, 10 to kill time. To kill time, right? Because I hate waiting till midnight. Then at midnight I'll get my slices of my pack of smokes and give my younger stepbrother $10 for his birthday. Yeah. And I'll enjoy the show with you guys, and I'll have my slices of pizza and my pack of smokes. Yeah. Yeah, guaranteed in that we're gonna have that meeting with what? I'm gonna have the meeting in the boardroom with. So I'm gonna, okay, Peter. Before we sign all the stars, we meet the major. We only have a meeting for the major characters, and the minor ones too. Peter might try and push for like a $50,000 contract for the minor characters. He's greedy, obviously. Ivan, 50K is good enough for a minor role. Like, they're not worth 200K for a minor role. Ivan, they're being too generous, man. This is how much my Lord of the Rings actors made. I'm like, Peter, you're greedy, man. 200K is, you need to get, you need my Ivan. 50K is a good paycheck for a minor role. You're only in a few scenes, you get a $3,000 check. That's like paycheck. You can get yourself a nice car with that money, Ivan. It's a good paycheck. I'm like, yeah, it's not great. Pay them at least 150, 200K. That way they have enough money to last for them for a good year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're going to have the IMDb meeting. Remember the video I made, IMDb meeting? Yeah, we're going to have the IMDb meeting with Peter or Mel Gibson, VJ, and the other guys. The legal advisor, accountant, and the trained nutritionists. You can have them help you out. We go over all their IMDb's. So we have like all. I'm going to tell my script writers, hey, I want you printing all the IMDb's of all the actors flown in today. That way I can go over their IMDb's. We know what movies they did, all that stuff, Sarah. We don't have to do that, but like, we're gonna discuss the actors' contracts. Hey, how much you think Ivan Georgiou is worth, Peter? I think he's worth 500K for your movie. What about the merch? Yeah, give him the 250K merch. He's featured on the merch. And sign him to like $100,000 for the game. Something like that. 150, 200K for the game. That's good enough, Ivan. He's cheap, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Peter, that's only like an 850 Ivan. That's a good paycheck. That's like 400,000+ in his bank after taxes and his age. It's a lot of money, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, you're greedy, man. It's not great. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. That can last him for like 3 years. Like, Peter, he can easily blow that, Ivan. Even if he blows his money, it's enough to last him for at least 2.5, 3 years, Ivan. It's a good paycheck. Get his nice like $50,000 bets. Yeah, but you can't get like an $80,000 Porsche. Pay him 4 or 3.5, he can easily get his $80,000 Porsche, easily get his $150,000 Ferrari. Easy get it if he gets that kind of money. Ivan, he can still get a nice car with that money. He can get like a $40,000 Porsche. That's a nice car, Ivan. Cars that a lot of average people would dream of having, Ivan. It's a nice paycheck, Ivan. It's a rich contract. He probably pays what, $2,000 a month for his luxury apartment. Easy pays for his apartment for years. Easy go on vacation. Easy get some nice clothes. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. See what I'm saying? I'm like, here, we say Ivan Pierre has a point. He's not worth $3.5 million for a movie. He's a B-list actor, not an A-list actor. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Peter. What about Carl Urban? Ivan, I think he's worth like $850, $900K for your movie, Ivan. $900,000 is worth for your movie. $1 million. He's worth $1 million for your movie, Ivan. He has some value. He did My Lord of the Rings, and he's doing a show called The Boys, which is a popular show. Pay him like $1 million. That's good enough, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, no. Pay him 4.1 to 4.5. Ivan, he's not worth that contract, Ivan. Pay him $1 million. That's a lot of money. He lives in New Zealand. Who'll make a bit more. He'll make like $2 million. He's walking away with like a $900,000 check. That's a lot of money, Ivan. Yeah, 900K. I agree. Peter is a pretty good paycheck. Ivan, that's a great paycheck. He's getting 250K for the merge. He's walking away like $1 million in his bag. Yeah, $1 million Peter is pretty good. It's still not great. Ivan, that's a good paycheck. Can last him for like 8 years. Ivan, he feed his family for years with that money. Get his nice car. With that money, he can get his like $80,000 Ferrari. But he has to be careful how he spends his money. Ivan, it's a lot of money, man. Sign him to like a $200,000, $220,000 for the game. That's good enough. They're not worth $1.5 million for your game. And a $5.5 million royalty and a $4.5 million check, Ivan. This is madness. They're not worth that contract, Ivan. Peter's blind by his greed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guarantee people will tell me that, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see this in the documentary. I don't know, it's me versus the rest of all the people in that room. You know, they're all pushing, they're all like, yeah, Ivan, Peter's right. Because we live in a cheap, greedy world. You guys are probably like, Ivan, you're fucking crazy. I'd pay Avon Drew like 500K, yeah. Well, you guys would probably pay him like 500K, yeah. Because realistically speaking, Avon Jose is only worth like a $500,000 deal for my movie. I don't mean to be rude. Don't hate me, Avon Jose. Avon Jose is only worth 500,000. Peter might tell me, "I pay him a bit more. Pay him 600K then. If that way he makes more money. You can pay him 650K for the movie, Ivan. That way he makes a bit more money for himself. That's a good paycheck, Ivan. I'm like Ivan. He gets paid for what he's worth, man. Like Peter, if I cave to this demand, to this salary, I'm afraid they're gonna be pissed off. Ivan, they won't be mad, man. Trust me. I'll get them to work hard for me. Don't worry about it. My Lord Actors made nothing to work hard for me, Ivan. You're also giving him money for the merge, and you're giving him money for the game. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like this is more than what my Lord Actors made, Ivan. Majority of my Lord Actors made. Orlando Bloom made nothing and he worked hard for me. You saw my movie how hard he worked. Don't worry about it, Ivan. I'll get them to work hard for me, man. You worry. Trust me, they're going to work hard for me, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, I'm scared they're going to be pissed off. Ivan, they're not going to be pissed off. If they're pissed off, it's their problem, man. They get paid for what they're worth, Ivan. He's not worth a $4.4 million, $3.5 million contract, Ivan. Carl Urban is not worth the $4.5 million contract. He's only worth like $850, $900, $1 million for a movie, Ivan. John Boyega is only worth $1.5 million for a movie, Ivan. He's not worth an $8.5 million deal. This is madness, Ivan. The PC role is not worth that, Ivan. This is how much A-listers making Hollywood. He's on. He's an actor. Okay, let's look over his IMDb. Yeah, he did Star Wars. He did Pacific Rim, which flopped, which broke even, right? He did Woman King, obviously. He did Breaking, which flopped. He did a few movies that flopped. He's clearly struggling to land big budget movie roles. He's not worth an $8.5 million contract. This is madness. He's only worth $1.5 million for a movie. He has value. He did Star Wars, but he's not an ace actor. He's a rising star. He's struggling to land big budget movie roles, Ivan. He's not an ace actor. He's only worth like $1.5 million for a movie, Ivan. That's good enough. Yeah, but he lives in London. You have the pounds, Ivan. He'll still make like $600K after taxes, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? $650,000, $700K after taxes with the merch money. He's making a lot of money, Ivan. $680K after taxes. He's making. That's a lot of money. I can last him for like 5 years. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, you're fucking greedy, man. Ivan, it's a good paycheck, man. He's not worth $8.9 million. He's like, yeah, Ivan. I'm like, guys, I put $10 million of my own money for this very reason. That way I can pay them a lot of money. All these actors, it's a big salary. It's only like $80 million on the budget. Ivan, $80 million is loco. It's loco. You know what I'm saying? It's loco on the budget, man. That's almost my entire budget for one of my Lord of the Rings movies, Ivan. This is crazy. These actors are not worth this contract, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Because Peter's greedy, obviously. Yeah, they're not worth this contract, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm like, oh man. I'm like, VJ, should I cave? Ivan, I think Peter's right, man. They're not worth this contract. Oh man, if Peter, if we pay him this contract, man, they're gonna be, especially if they know I have a $410 million budget, they're gonna be like, oh my god, Ivan's cheap. Ivan and Peter, Ivan, they're not gonna think we're cheap, Ivan. This is more than what most of them make in Hollywood, Ivan. Alfonso Ribeiro probably makes 150, 200K for his independent movies, Ivan. You know, VJ be like, Ivan, when I was in Hollywood, I made like 250K for my movies. I was happy with my page. It's a lot of money. That money lasted me for a couple of years, Ivan. It's a lot of money. I'm like, VJ, it's easier for you to say that when you're not queen with me and you're going to make your $20 million out of the movie. I'm like, Ivan, Avon Jr. is not worth a $4.4 million contract, Ivan. Peter's right. I'm like, so you're siding with Peter? You're cashing the Peter Jackson syndrome? The account League of Eyes like, Ivan, Peter's right. You're being too generous with your actors. You know what I'm saying? So what do you recommend I do? I recommend you what? You have put like a $30 million cap on the actors, $35 million cap on the actors, and the rest of the money put put it back to your personal account. Obviously. So you what? You want me to have like a $30 million budget towards salaries? Yeah, Ivan, that's enough. You don't have to pay the crewmen their $150K. This is good enough for the actors, Ivan. They're not worth this contract. You're being too generous. Like, yeah, and if we pay them this money, they're not going to work as hard for me, and they're not going to brag how much everyone covers. Oh, Ivan, they're going to brag, man, because people's blind. They'll brag, Ivan. Trust me, man. Most of them, Carl Urban makes like $900K for the boys off. You pay him $1 million, he's making more than what he makes in Holiday. No brag. You're giving him $250K for the merch. He's making more than what he's making in Holiday. It's a good paycheck, Ivan. Like, Peter, they're not going to brag, man. Ivan, they'll brag, man. It's a good paycheck, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give the money to me or put the money back in your account, Ivan. The rest of that money back in your account. This is madness. 410 towards salaries is madness, Ivan. They're not worth this contract, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Mike, I'm scared they're not going to work hard for me. Ivan, they'll work hard, man. Evandro will work hard for me. He doesn't make this, no. He makes like $250K for his independent movies, Ivan. All of his actors made nothing and they worked hard for me. The only one who made a lot of money was Ian McKellen. Vigo only made like $900 million, Ivan, for the 3 movies he worked hard for me. And he was an A-list actor at the time. You know what I'm saying? Elijah Wood made like $750K, he worked hard for me, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? My other actors got nothing. They made like $200K, they worked hard for me. Don't worry about it, Ivan. They're going to work hard for me, Ivan. I'll make sure they work hard for me because Peter's greedy, honestly, yeah. Because people will tell me, Ivan, I know you worry. You worry because, yeah, Peter, I worry that you signed your massive deal. My team all signed their my team all signed their massive deals, and me and VJ signed our massive deal with Amazon. I'm scared they're not going to work as hard for us, Ivan. They're going to work hard for us, Ivan. We don't have to tell them how much money. We don't have to tell them how much money we have. Ivan, don't tell them how. Peter, Ivan, I won't tell them how much the deal I signed. They ask me, I'll tell them it's none of their business, obviously. I won't tell them. I'll keep my lips sealed. Yes, Peter, keep your damn lips sealed. Don't tell them that you signed a $580 million deal. They can be envious, obviously. I'm going to tell my team, keep your contracts to yourself, too. If they ask you how much money you're making, they already know it's not real. Keep it to yourself. I'm going to tell VJ, don't tell them that we signed a 72% deal with Amazon. They can get envious, too, Sarah. They can get envious, too, obviously. My guys, I'm not... somebody tells me this is not right. Ivan, what do you mean it's not right? I'm like, somebody tells me this is not right. What we're doing is not right. These actors deserve more, a bigger paycheck, Peter. You're being greedy, man. You're blinded by your greed. Ivan, you're blinded by your generosity. They're not worth this contract, Ivan. Like, Peter, why are you so against a rich contract? Ivan, why are you so against this contract? This is good enough money, Ivan. It's good enough. You don't think $750K is good enough for Yvonne Joji, Ivan? Or like $950K for Yvonne Joji is good enough? That's a good paycheck, Ivan. That's how much biggest actors make for their television shows. A lot of money, Ivan. He's greedy, though, said. He's greedy and cheat, though, said. That's like $400,000 in his bank. It's a lot of money, Ivan. Like, Peter, you're fucking cheap, man. It's not that great, Ivan. It's a good paycheck. It's a great paycheck, man. He can get his nice, like, $50,000 Porsche for that money, Ivan. Yeah, but Ivan, $950K is a great paycheck for Yvonne Joji. He can get his nice $50,000 Porsche. Yeah, but he can't get his $100,000 Ferrari. Ivan, B.S. actors, he's not worth that kind of money, Ivan. $50K, you can get a nice Porsche with that money. Pay his apartment rent for years. Buy his nice clothes. He can go on a vacation for a week, a couple times a year. He's taken care of. He'll get Rose and Hall. He'll be fine, Ivan. Good paycheck, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, why are you so against $3.5 million? Pay him more money the way he works hard for you, Ivan, because he's not worth it, Ivan. I don't want these actors to rip you and your wife off. They're not worth that contract. VJ's like, yeah, Ivan, he's not worth his money, Ivan. Yes, I know you want to be generous, but like they get paid for real. I'm like, VJ, I'm scared he's gonna be angry. I mean, Peter's like, Ivan, if he's angry, that's his problem, man. He gets paid for what he's worth, Ivan. If Carl Urban's angry, that's his problem. He gets paid for what he's worth. If John Boyega's angry, he gets paid for what he's worth, Ivan. This is what they're worth. They're not worth an 8, 4.5. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 4 million, 3.5 million contract, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, guys, I know you're tempting me to cave in. I'm not caving into you to this amount of money. I'm sticking to my guns. Pay them a good salary, Peter and VJ. Do not pay them. Listen to me, VJ. Even though you're the boss, I am the boss over you. I am king and you're queen. We both have equal power, but I am ultimately the boss over you because I'm king. Obviously, you're queen. Listen to me, VJ. It's because of me. You're what? You're a boss and you're queen. Do not pay John Boyega any less than $8 million. Ivan, well, five. If I pay him five, that's not good enough. My VJ, don't pay him five. That's not great. Ivan, that's a good paycheck. He lives in London. He'll make less. Pay him his 8.9. If you don't want to pay him 8.9, pay him 8. That's fine. Give him $5.5 million of the royalties. And Peter's like, Ivan, this is madness, man. They're not worth this money. They're not even worth the royalties, Ivan. This is crazy. You're just going to give them your money like that, Ivan? They're not worth it, Ivan. He's done. He's give all that money to me. I'm like, Peter, I'm not going to sign you to a $700 million deal. You're fucking crazy, man. That's enough money. $5 million and $600 million you're doing the money. It's enough. I'm not paying him more money, man. You're fucking greedy, man. Same goes for Mel. I'm not paying him any more than $170 million in royalties. That's enough for him. I'm not going to give you a $300 million deal, Mel. You're greedy, Samsara. Obviously. You guys, I know you guys love this video. You better enjoy it while you still can, Samsara. You know, I mean, when you talk about the salaries, it's so interesting. It's so entertaining. Yeah, you better enjoy it while you still can. You're looking at something like, I'm obviously being over dramatic. Obviously, I'm trying to entertain you guys, but guaranteed, me, Reggie, and Peter are gonna have that altercation in the boardroom, or even Mel Gibson. Yeah, because Peter will push for a lower salary. He's gonna tell me Ivan because he's cheap and greedy. Obviously, he's gonna try and push for lower salary. That way, he can get me to give the rest of the money to him. Obviously, okay, the royalties that you want to pay them, give it all to me. Or if you don't want to give it all to me, the difference that you were gonna pay them for their salary, give that money to me. Because Peter wants a $700 million deal. He's greedy, obviously. He wants a 700, 800, 750 million deal. Because he wants like almost 400 million in his bank after taxes. He's greedy, obviously. Which I'm not paying him. What I'm paying him is enough. He's walking away with like 330 million in his bank after taxes. It's enough money for Peter. He's just greedy, Samsara. Obviously. Ivan, is Peter blinded by his greed? Yes, he's blinded by his greed. Obviously, the fact that he made $250 million for Lord of the Rings, and he made like $10 to $30 million for his base for Lord of the Rings, and those Lord of the Rings actors were nothing. That's how you know Peter's obviously greedy. He's blind. As if I made that money, I would have given Lord of the Rings actors like 400, 500K of my money. The way they were well taken care of, they had a pretty good paycheck for themselves. Okay, if I make more than like $150 million, give the main 6 stars 500K of my money. I will give 500K of my money to the main 6 stars. Not Ian, because he got his $13 million. I would give. Now, I still would have given even 500K, because he deserved the money too. He was the star of the movie. I would have given all 7 stars like 500K of my money. $3.5 million is not going to hurt you if you make $250 million. But Peter's greedy. He wants every cent of the dollar. That's why he didn't give shit, obviously. After already making 10 million base, he took the whole like 250 million treasure for himself. He's greedy, obviously. He took it all for himself. It's mine. It's all mine. So he's greedy, obviously. He's blinded by his greed, obviously, right? And another thing is Peter is used to Peter did The Hobbit, he did Lord of the Rings. All those guys made like 250, 300K for Lord of the Rings. So whenever someone like me offers Yvonne Joje $3.5 million, Peter thinks that's crazy because in Hollywood they'll never pay him that kind of money. They pay him like 250, 300K for a movie. But my Hobbit actors made nothing. They made like 250, 300K for the movie, for the 3 movies. Like $600,000, $550,000 is a good paycheck for Yvonne Joje. He thinks it's great because it's not bad paycheck. He has a point. It's not a bad paycheck. I pay him like $500K. Yvonne Joje is making like $270,000 over tax. It's a pretty good paycheck. I think he lives in an apartment. He can easily pay his apartment rent for a couple years. He can easily buy a $50,000 Porsche, $40,000 Porsche with that money. Easy go on a one vacation. He can get himself nice clothes. And you also have the $250K merch. Another $100,000. So Yvonne Joje will have like $370,000, $400,000 in his bank to spend. It's a lot of money. He's greedy. I have $250K for the merch. That's $750K, and you pay him like $200K for the game. That's like a $900,000 dude. He's gonna have like $400,000 in his bank after taxes, Ivan. And it's a lot of money, Ivan. Yeah, but it's not great, Ivan. It's a lot of money. It's a great paycheck. You don't think that's a great paycheck, Ivan? He's like, Ivan, that's a lot of money. I'd be happy with that in Hollywood. Vijay would tell me that. And I'm like, the account legal advisor, Ivan, that's a good paycheck, man. Like, they get paid for what they're worth. They're not worth 3.5 for him in our contract, Ivan. This is madness. I'm like, Peter, do you want these actors to destroy the role or not? I'm like, Ivan, they're going to destroy the role. They're going to work hard for me. Yeah, but do you want them to pour their heart and soul into the character? Ivan, they're going to pour their heart and soul into the character. My other actors made nothing and they pour their heart and soul into the character. Look at Sean Astin's performance for Lord of the Rings. He made 250K, destroyed the role of Sam. Elijah Wood destroyed the role of Frodo. They made nothing out of that movie. They made less than what these actors are making. Elijah Wood made less than what Evandro is making, Ivan. He worked hard for me. They're going to destroy the role. We usually, Ivan, they're going to work hard for us. You stop worrying, Ivan. They're going to work hard for us, man. They're not worth this contract, Ivan. This is madness. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, fuck, man. If I cave to this, they're gonna be pissed off. Ivan, they're not gonna be Ivan. Even if they're a bit mad, it's their problem, Ivan. They get paid for what they're worth, Ivan. They're not worth the royalties, and they're not worth a rich contract. This kind of contract. This is crazy, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even for the Great Escape, um, for the Great Escape, I might have my two Super Brothers with me. That will help. My two Super Brothers will help me sign the contracts. So instead of the director being with me, I'll have my two Super Brothers be with me. But my two servers will tell me, yeah, Ivan, Keanu Reeves is not worth $125 million a royalties, Ivan. Like he's not even worth 50. He's not even worth. He's not even worth $58 million. He's worth like $30 million. That's it, Ivan. You featured the main show, not him. Like I can understand you paying him his $58 million for his salary and bonuses, but that's good enough, Ivan. You don't have to give him a piece of role. He's not worth that, Ivan. He's not the main show. Yes, these actors are big, but compared to you and your wife, they're small, Ivan. They're puny. They're nothing compared to you, Ivan. It's all about you and your wife, not them. They'll build buzz, obviously, because they're bigger ace actors, but they're not worth a $125 million royalty and $60 million royalty. This is crazy, Ivan. This is madness. They're not worth this contract, Ivan. Jon Favreau fully might tell me that. I'm saying, yeah, my guys, you're being greedy and cheap, man. You want these guys to brag how much money companies in Hollywood, pay them more money. That way they work hard for. They're bigger A-listers. They're gonna build buzz. Yeah, they're gonna build buzz, but like you and Reach are the main show, Ivan, not them. They'll build buzz, obviously, Ivan. Now that's why they're worth their tens of millions, but they're not worth their tens of millions and like taking up your royalties like that kind of money, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed my studios will tell me that. The director for John Wick will tell me, yeah, Ivan, Keanu Reeves is not worth your royalties, Ivan. Ben's not worth your royalties, and they know it. They're big actors, but compared to you, they're small, Ivan. There's nothing compared to you, Ivan. They're puny compared to you. I'm like, oh, you guys are fucking cheap people. I'm saying, shut my camera.